I don't have a script for this, so forgive me if I'm a little bit on the... What's the word for it? Unstructured side for this talk. And I know people always say this. They always do, but I never wanted to make a video like this. I really just never did. Okay, I wanted to make fun content that people could like and enjoy, watch in their spare time, while I talk about stuff I like. Which is what I've been doing, and what I will continue doing. But right now, I have to talk about this. If you'll notice, my last live stream was on a mod called Versus Retrospector, Part 2. Infernodice. This mod is special to me for a variety of reasons, but the primary one is the dedication towards it. The man who made the mod, Retrospector, has dealt with so much shit from the FNF community. I can't even begin to describe just how bad it got there. But essentially, nothing like getting doxxed or losing shit that he actually cared about, but it was just the community attitude around his work. He is a contentious and controversial figure for some reason, despite the fact that he just makes products about characters. He hasn't said any racist things, he hasn't said any sexist things, he hasn't said anything towards any minority groups. In fact, he's outwardly accepting of people in all of these groups. And yet people hate him. Now, I bet you're wondering, why did I make a video just sucking the dick of some random dude that is never gonna see this video or never gonna see me? Well, it's for a variety of reasons, but the primary one is that his mod's new update is getting shit on. To a level that the mod has never received. Around 4 full years of work on a product, he's been just chipping away at one of the most ambitious things I've ever seen this community offer. He has just been chipping away, slowly but surely, getting every little tiny thing just right, just ready for release. Had to delay the mod several times, had to say this to a bunch of people, and his team has been working hard for longer than I've been developing mods. He's been working on this before I even started my first FNF mod, Chrome Edition. His dedication is nearly unmatched to anyone I've seen in this community. He just stuck to it and just kept going until the finish line hit. Regardless of what the community said about his product, regardless of what people yelled and screamed at him about, he finished it. And he gets my respect for that. But this community is just shitting on this passionate work. With criticism that doesn't even apply to the mod if you play it all the way through. I could list a bunch of stuff, but I'm not getting into specifics because, I don't want to play that game and get, super deep into this discussion about whether Versus Retrospector is an underrated masterpiece. That's not the fucking point. There are people being beyond disrespectful to this man who has poured literal weeks, years of work into this. He's paid hundreds of dollars to artists and animators and voice actors to get every little tiny part of the product just how he wanted. And people are treating it as if it's like a passionless slop fest with no joy, no soul, no happiness. And as someone who's played through all of the unique content in the mod, is it perfect? God, no. Absolutely no. It has many problems. I can list a few off the top of my head, but that's, again, it's not the point. You can dislike something, okay? You can dislike something and be respectful. You do not have to say every little thought that comes into your head. This is not me saying you can't have an opinion, because opinions don't need to be said. They don't. I've kept my tongue held on a lot of things. You might notice, I don't want to talk about this, but you might notice that I have never brought up or talked about in extensive thoughts on Twitter or any of my streams about Athos or Erida. Have you noticed that I never said anything about that in public? Besides some passive, like, congratulation remarks to some of the devs of Erida for things. That's it. Do you know why? Because I don't need to tell you my every little tiny waking thought about everything, regardless of if I'm positive or negative or anything. You don't need to tell people every little tiny thing you're doing. You don't need to tell people every little tiny thought you have. That's just not necessary. Especially if it's destructive. If it's just saying something is bad with no critique to it, you are just being a jerk. And that's the end of it there. Am I saying you have to follow what I'm saying? No. No, I will still respect you, because at the end of the day, it is your opinion. But you are also knowingly contributing to a growing mob of people who just don't care. A growing mob of people who see content creators and FNF people as machines. And this gets me on to my next point. $17. What happened to $17 is nothing short of a complete fucking tragedy. A passion project killed by fans of the product who couldn't wait for it to be finished, and compromised the integrity and security of its developers. I don't think I need to tell you that that is fucking reprehensible. Regardless of my thoughts on anything related to the mod, or my thoughts on the culture it started, that was fucking unacceptable. But this culture is being promoted. It's being sheltered. This idea that everybody who makes a mod can be critiqued on the same level as a music artist or someone like that. And by critique, I don't mean saying like, oh, I think this could have been better, or oh, I think that this is like the weakest aspect of the mod. No, I'm talking about the quote-unquote critique I've been seeing. For many products, in fact. This isn't just a Retrospector issue. This happened with another mod recently. Project Crafted was also under fire because of a viral post. Project Crafted also is a fine mod. I've not played it. I've listened to some of its music. It's competently produced, and it works, okay? Just because it's generic or whatever you say does not give you the right to just fucking trash on it. With no critique, no actual reasoning. It's just... It's not fair to the people who've spent days, hours, years of their lives trying to make something that they care about. Months of effort going into this. It's kind of why I'm glad Mass Menace is so underground. Because I know I would be fucking torn to shreds if anybody saw the art for my mod. Even now, where I'm proud of my art, I know there are some people out there who are going to compare it to things I never want it to be compared to. It's why I've been so hesitant to make anything for it right now, because it's hard for me to think about anything regarding the outcome when it's fully out. Because if it gets popular, it'll get fucking trashed on. It'll get hated. It'll get mobbed. And if it doesn't come out, I'll have disappointed everybody who wanted the product. It's left me in a bit of a standstill that I'm still kind of stuck in right now. To the point where all of my upcoming video projects that I've been actively working on are not FNF related. I'm getting scared off from this community. I want to stay so badly, but it is so difficult to want to stay here when all I'm seeing is just the same cycle repeating in a purgatorious loop. This happened in 2023, this happened in 2024, and it's happening again. I'm not crying, by the way, I'm just being emotional. What else do I say? I'm sad. I really am. I'm sad at the state of this community right now. The toxicity and hatred is being sheltered and fostered, and it's getting to an unrecognizable level. That's just... It's just not okay. I'm not having fun. I haven't been interacting with the community for a while. I pop in for big mod releases, and I pop in whenever I post a Mass Menace teaser. But other than that, I've been staying in my own circles and just avoiding talking. I don't want to be in the community that I love anymore. Do you know how hard that is? Especially someone who has such a bad problem with hyperfixations. I want to engage and love and share with this community, but it's so overwhelmingly just... It feels like a cesspit. It feels like a never-ending whirlpool of people trying to drag you down to their level. It's soul-sucking. Now, is this video an announcement that I'm leaving FNF? No. 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 I'm going to continue fighting to maintain as the light at the end of the tunnel. I will continue reacting to big releases. I will continue making content. I will continue developing Mass Menace. I'm not developing or working on this for this community anymore, though. I'm working on this for myself and the people who actually care about the stability and the livelihood of the people working on these products. No, not products. Labors of love. At the end of the day, I'm just some guy. I'm just some guy who was fortunate enough to find a niche and earn a following out of people who respect me. But I know that my words don't hold a lot of weight when I say that this community needs some serious, serious work. Whatever it may be, it's upsetting to see a game I love and cared about becoming such a chore to keep up with, such a chore to stay involved with, such a burden for people. I don't blame anyone for leaving. I don't blame Rerun for canceling. I don't blame $17 for canceling. I don't blame any product from being canceled at this point. I used to feel anger or even a little bit of sadness regarding cancellations in the past, but now it's become something I almost want people to do. If this community is too much for you, you need to get out before it sucks you, before it just rips out everything. You need to leave if it's not working for you anymore. So I'm happy whenever I see people take hiatuses or just completely leave. I'm happy to see people finding their passions outside of this. Because this community is just... it's not the worst. It could be a lot worse than this. But that doesn't mean it's fun. What does this mean for the future of anything? Nothing. I anticipate everything I say will not be accepted, or even... I'm anticipating some people yelling about me on Twitter, honestly. Considering I'm speaking out against a bunch of people who have been outwardly negative about Retrospector, or Team Crafted, or anything like that. Not Team Crafted, what was it called? Fuck, I actually have to look up what it was called, because I think I have it in my files. Project Crafted, thank you. Okay. Does this mean anything for my future? No. Does this mean anything for Mass Menace's future? No. We will continue developing so long as we have passion for the idea. And I will continue making videos on what I love. Such as that aforementioned video that has nothing to do with FNF. I will be working on that diligently as soon as I can gain the motivation to work on videos again. But as of right now, I don't have any videos based on FNF in the works. I've canceled most of the projects that I wanted to work on because I just don't feel it anymore. It'll come back, but as for right now, it's just how it is. I've been saying this in a lot of my circles recently, but it really just, it is what it is. It just is. I anticipate people will not like the messaging, and I may come across as overtly against free thought here, but I'm not. I encourage you to, if you have a problem or you dislike something about any of the projects I mentioned, leave critiques in the comments. Leave ideas of how to improve ideas that were presented in the mods. Or better yet, do it on their post. But again, just all I ask, all that I ask in this, all of this whole storm, is just be respectful. These modders, I'm not going to say we because I don't consider myself a active contributor to the community, but modders are people too. Modders, the charters, the artists, the animators, the composers, they are people too. They're not machines. They're not manufactured. Even the worst things you've heard of, most of the time they have passion behind them, and thus deserve even just a modicum of your respect. So please, to anyone that's listening and actually wants to make a change, just don't talk about something if you don't like it. Or better yet, tell that person how to fix it, how to make it better, how to improve what they did before. I hope this isn't going to get me get a whole fucking storm of people on me, but these are my thoughts. This is what has been running through my head for a few weeks now, even before the retrospector shit. It's been stewing. And then the rapid fire cancellation of rerun $17, and then immediately after with retrospector. It's upsetting to see this community where it is right now. That this kind of behavior is just naturalized. It's normal to just be the way that some of you are. I still respect you. No matter what choices you make, I respect you. I don't approve of your behavior, but I do respect you. Peace and love, everyone. Cheesy as that is, but I'll see you all whenever I make another product, another project, another stream, whatever comes next. I'll see you then. Sorry for getting all negative and sentimental here. I've never made a video completely unscripted before. So this is my raw, unfiltered thoughts. I don't even have a script in front of me right now. I can like, I can show that I don't have a script in front of me. Like, I don't know how to end this. Just hold respect for people, okay? That's all I ask. That's all I care for. Thanks for indulging in me. I'll see you when I see you.